Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. DAPs.
And I'm Johnny 5.
And why are you Johnny 5 tonight?
Before we do that, you know what we haven't had in a long time?
What have we not had in a long time?
We have not had like audience video responses
participation. To
to this show. Mm-hmm. Remember when people used to watch the show and record their reactions?
Yeah, I liked that. That was
fun. We get more of those? Can pause the video right now.
Stop it.
Stop it. Just stop it.
Stop
it right there.
Stop.
And record a video response. Although if they stopped it before we told them what to do after they stopped it, then they wouldn't know what to do.
What if they're still watching? Did you pause it? Okay. So pause, record, all that jazz, and we will move right on. So why are you Johnny 5 tonight?
Now that they're video responding, I want to hear your 5 reason right now. Why are you 5?
I want to hear yours.
I'll give one. But why are you 5?
Okay,
that's a good one. We'll review them next week, and maybe we'll put them on the air.
We can see you through the screen. It's the beginning of Halloween. It just gets creepier from here, folks.
Yeah. I'm just Johnny 5 because I moved to Australia for 5 minutes, but I'm back now.
Alexander the Terrible Homer.
Do you have t-shirts for everyone?
No, I wasn't there long enough to shop. I just for 5 minutes.
Okay. You are so weird. I have no clue what you're talking about. So we, what is next? Oh, next week we have something new for you. We decided that 2 isn't good enough, so we're going to go with 3 because we can't afford 5.
We tried. We had meetings.
And there's just not enough room in this room to have 5 people here. So we will have a new co-host next week. Her name is Sarah.
Yeah.
And we're like a song, doesn't it? Her name is Sarah.
Maybe we should write one for the big introduction.
No, you don't write the songs. We do.
Hey! We make the music.
Her name is Sarah. That's already a song.
Called Sarah, though.
No, her name is Sarah. Is the name of the song.
This is why we want your participation.
This is how we collaborate
not their
and make a song.
participation.
So her name is Sarah. Will be on the show next week.
Yes.
And so if you have questions for Sarah that are geek questions that involve the world of our geekiness, so like Star Wars, Star Trek, Sherlock, anything Disney,
Hobbit,
Lego, 3D printing. We like that a little bit.
Epigenetics.
Yeah, anything like that.
Do you want to know about DNA mitosis?
Good luck, Sarah.
Yeah. Because nothing is scarier for Halloween than a pop quiz.
You should know. Let's see if we should just give her the test we gave you and Tyler, and I bet she'll beat you both.
Hey.
True story.
Well.
So help us welcome Sarah next week. The other thing we thought would be fun that we're just kind of throwing out here on the fly is we gave a shout out 2 weeks ago to Caitlin. 3 weeks ago, and she loved it. So then I started thinking, well, if Caitlin likes a shout out, maybe somebody else would like a shout out. So if you want a shout out, put us in the comments. Tell us why you want a shout out, and maybe we'll do a shout out, or Twitter, or whatever else. Yeah. Facebook would be fun too, because you can find us in all those places.
Oh, there's a bunch of social media. We're even on Google Plus somewhere.
I don't know why.
I think we have a MySpace.
Does anybody know why Google Plus exists?
Because it's better than Google Minus.
It is more positive. Wow.
Yeah.
How did that happen? I know. That was so bizarre. It's been an exciting week, though, in the world of Disney. There's been this mouse that talks that showed up in Florida, and he's doing magic tricks. So that's a talking mouse that does magic tricks, and so far we're ahead of Johnny 5.
Only the mouse part. Only the mouse part. And the Florida part. And the paycheck part.
And the talking while doing the magic trick.
I can do both. I just choose.
If you would like to see Johnny 5 talk and do a magic trick, comments.
Blah 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 blah.
That's not talking.
Blah blah. It's also not magic. I can fail at 2 things at the same time.
What do you think of Talking Mickey?
I think it's cool. I think he really has been wanting a performance venue, and I think he's gotten one. So I know he's been really busy doing shows out here, like in the Magical Map.
Yeah, and we actually posted a series of Mickey videos through the years of him talking.
Thing? You posted Siri from the iPhone?
Mickey?
Oh, I thought you said something about a Siri.
Wow. series of videos going back to 2011. I think it's March or April, something. Spring 2011, when Mickey first appeared on the porch and everybody went crazy. And then he showed up at World of Color later in the year, and he's been at D23 Expo.
Because
and
Porsche makes nice cars. How many times?
You're just on a roll tonight.
I just want to hear the video reactions to these. This is what I want to know.
Oh, what?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. So we think Talking Mickey is cool. And if you've gotten to meet him, tell us what you thought, because he's in Florida and we're not going back for a while. Okay. So Halloween is coming up soon, as we mentioned before, and he's getting his costume ready, apparently. But the problem with this is we can get the greatest costume in the world, which we often do, but we never get to go trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
Because we're always stuck at home. We have to answer the door while all these kids come to our house. And so we're thinking this year, like last year, we counted how many trick-or-treaters came to the house, and we had 54 or something. I don't know. It was pretty good. The year before, it was 2.
You were also upstairs.
Yes. We upgraded.
Yeah.
Downgraded? We downgraded. We downgraded. Nice. So this year we thought we'd try to make trick-or-treating a little bit more fun with a new series that we're calling The Other Side of the Door.
Ooh.
And the idea of this is you can have fun on the other side of the door, and we're going to tell you how. So we have 5 tips for how to make trick-or-treating fun.
Because we can afford 5 of these.
From the inside of the door rather than going from door to door. So the first one is a classic. It's been done for years, probably 50 years?
At least.
Something like that. And so what happens is a kid's going to come to the door, knock on it. There'll be a huge group of them. And out of that group, you pick one and you give them a rock.
Mm-hmm. And if you can get all of your neighbors in on it and let them know in advance which kid it is or agree on one.
So it helps if you're on the end of the street, because then you can get the kid first. So you kind of have to coordinate. And the good news is FaceTime is incredibly valuable for this. So you can use that to plot your trap. Wow. The second thing you want to do, and you're going to explain how to do this, is you are going to capture Pokemon.
Because here's my theory, is they just re-released some Pokemon games. There's some new ones. So I feel like there's going to be a resurgence of Pokemon costumes. So every time you see a Pokemon show up on your front door, make a bunch of giant Pokeball things, get a beach ball, paper mache, and capture them. Or get someone else to dress up. Like if it's one of us, it would be one of the evolved Pokemon to do battle.
Okay. Yeah.
Just do, Charizard, I choose you. Have some jump.
Next
minor
one
chaos for the kids.
Is a fake trap for candy.
This is one of my favorite ideas, and I've been wanting to do it for years.
This is the year.
You can either do it with like a fake bear trap, or I prefer a very large Venus flytrap. And you put the candy right in the middle of that with a sign that says "Take one," and you run strings and stuff into it, so it looks like a working trap, but it's not. But then you just watch how many kids just refuse to go anywhere near it and reach it and get the candy. But if they reach in, they could totally just take whatever they want.
Because it's not actually going to do anything.
No.
It just looks like you're going to lose a limb.
Yeah. Set up the really complicated Wile E. Coyote thing. Put a target on your ground, whatever your version is. And if you do this, I want pictures. Mm-hmm. Pictures or it didn't happen.
The next one's incredibly fun also, and it's perhaps my favorite.
Yes.
But kids will come to your door, and normally they will say trick or treat. But what would happen if instead you said trick or treat?
Mm-hmm. Beat them to it.
And here's the goal of the game. See how many candy or how many kids will give you candy instead of you giving out candy.
Yes.
I bet if you opened the door and said trick or treat, at least some of them would give you candy. Don't you think? Yeah.
The
you have to have
parents
a bag.
would totally love it.
You have to have a costume. You literally open the door, go trick or treat before they can say it. Because half the kids don't say it anymore anyway.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that? They just sit there and they're like,
we have to reteach them the methodology of the holiday enjoyment.
that brings up another one that we didn't have on our list that just popped into my head.
Okay, we're doing 6.
What if there was a penalty for not saying trick or treat? What if the kid just comes up and he holds open his bag and expects you to throw in a Milky Way or whatever, and rather than giving him candy, you just reached in and grabbed one out of the bag?
Or better yet, just don't say anything. Just open the door, grab some candy, and close the door, and just walk away.
I
So
dare
many-
you.
So many variations on.
Oh, we
theme.
got to do that one. That'd be-
I don't know. We'll
we
figure
should
out
quit
something.
while we're ahead.
Right?
The next one's
I don't even
not-
know if we want to.
The next one's not that funny.
Yeah.
So
I
the last
think it's
one
fine.
is very well. It's very geeky.
It's a classic.
It's a classic,
It's another classic.
and it is the Trick or Treat of Knee.
Yes. So as soon as you open the door, just get a large group of people to just shout knee at them until they leave.
Okay, so it was funny.
Yeah.
Good job.
That's
Um,
my sense.
Yes. Yeah, so that's what we think you could do to make the other side of the door fun, and we'd love to hear what you think you should do or we should do from the other side of the door, because that would be just a lot of fun.
Or
I think.
things you may have done in the past.
Yeah,
You know, if you've had another
this
side of the
game
door
might have existed
experience.
before we thought of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, we've done things in the past. It was fun.
Yeah.
Dry ice.
Giving out dry ice? That's
No.
dangerous.
No, you make the smoke.
Oh yeah.
Like
okay.
you make the smoke, and then you dress up as Darth Vader and the Emperor. My
Heard
brother
about
was
this.
Darth Vader, and I was the Emperor, and we stood at the door, and we didn't move. And so you have the latex face, and so it looks like we're just mannequins. And it was really funny because some of the kids wouldn't come to the door, and other ones would sneak up, and they would talk to us and be like, "You're real, right? You're real, right? Right? You're real." And all you had to do was raise your hand, and they would freak out and go running down the street. It was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the easiest thing.
I wouldn't want to be the kid, but I would love to be the guy scaring them. That's what Halloween is about.
But only for the older kids, not for
Oh,
the
yeah.
little ones. You
Right.
got to be nice to the little ones. Yeah, so do we have anything else for tonight? You're looking at this. I don't have anything here. Like
Oh, okay.
this is just the 5 tips. I was
Just the 5 tips. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
We will have Sarah coming next week, so make sure you give her support and
ideas.
questions and ideas. And we don't know what the show's going to be yet, so if you have Halloween ideas, we're going to do something with costumes too, weren't we?
Yeah, I still don't know what I'm gonna be for Halloween, and it's like
What would you
Couple
like
days
to
away?
see Johnny
Yeah.
5 as Halloween?
ideas
For Halloween.
Ideas.
As Halloween? Yeah, you could be Halloween.
I'm going to be Halloween for Halloween.
Because Mr. DAPs.
That's just not a good idea. on any
No.
level.
I would like to keep my job.
He's held
You
it
come
for
as Mr. Dax.
he's held it for what 3.5 years, 4
Yeah.
years. So
Barely.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a long time. That's
We only have a
great.
week and a half to set drugs.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah,
Not enough Sharpie in
he
the
hasn't
world.
shaved in a week. What are you talking about?
That's all I can do.
So let us know what you'd like to see Johnny 5 be for Halloween, and heck, me too. I don't care. But we are running out of time,
Yes.
so we'll see you around the corner.
Geek out. One person. One person knows what you're talking about.
Has anybody else in here been to Vancouver, Washington besides Maggie?
I've heard of it.
He's heard of it.
I still think.